This program brought to you by People's Choice Credit Union, a proud sponsor of the 2011 Credit Union Christmas Pageants.
Well, I guess I'm looking pretty white at the moment. We've made a start. Now, there's several new floats in the pageant, but one of my very old favourites is Nellie the elephant. And are there some stories about Nellie?
The Credit Union Christmas Pageant has its fair share of state secrets, and one of them is tucked away in a farm shed somewhere on the outskirts of town. I was recently taken there by a family which has committed more than 20 years of toil and effort into breathing new life into an old Adelaide icon. Meet Nellie the elephant. If you've been a regular at the pageant for more than 50 years, you'll know her well. But there was a time when Nellie was the talking point, not for her noble appearance, but because she was forever breaking down. Back in the 1950s and 60s, the crowds regularly gathered around Nellie for yet another close-up inspection of a pageant favourite that should have finished the course, but didn't. After numerous breakdowns, she was mothballed. And that got Ross Hill's dad, Albie, wondering just what had happened to one of the event's more exotic pieces.
My father was interested in the fact that the elephant was never in the pageant anymore, and he was quite capable of bending any problem that they had.
In 1981, Albie Hill, with the permission of pageant organisers, took possession of Nellie the elephant. And using a bit of South Aussie farmers' know-how, soon had this beast trundling up and down the Target shopping centre car park at Newton on a quiet Sunday morning. Over the years, son Ross has also tinkered with the old Ford Prefect engine inside. So much so that she can now handle all Australian conditions.
English cars that ran in a cold climate never had water pumps, so one of the problems was overheating.
She looks a treat now, but this was one cantankerous elephant during the 50s and 60s, having taken part in about 17 pageants with limited success before the Hill family took her over.
We think she may have completed one pageant in that time, but no one can really tell us, so if someone knows, they can put their hand up. Yeah.
And then you got her and had her in the pageant?
And since 1983 we've had her in the pageant every year.
And she's performed admirably ever since. But there's an art to handling this jumbo-sized juggernaut.
You haven't got a very good turning circle, so every corner's got to be a good one. You can't back up, there's no reverse. We might need to let her warm up just a little bit.
Soon the Ford Prefect's engine is ticking over a treat, and Julianne slips Nellie the elephant into gear.
Oh, so she kind of rolls along.
She does, it's quite smooth actually.
But she wobbles a bit as well.
Yeah.
It's very authentic.
Yes, it's just like an ordinary elephant, like you're sitting in the same spot.
And what do people say when they see her going past? Do you hear comments from the crowd?
Yeah, they imagine there's 4 people on roller skates in here.
That'd be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Well,
It's nice to hear the carols, isn't it? I love it when the carols come to town. We've already got the CD going in our car.
Definitely helps you get into the spirit of Christmas, which has certainly arrived here in Adelaide today.
And here we have Nellie, her 61st appearance in the pageant.
And she's a real stalwart of the pageant, isn't she? And as
Sure
we saw
is.
earlier, she was rediscovered, tucked away amongst some old engine parts, but beautifully restored to take part in the pageant. And it's great to have her here for the 61st time again.
Built by Frank Stewart of Thaxted in England back in 1950 and joined here with the Fusion Beats crowd for Bollywood.
Of course, elephants and Bollywood go hand in hand, don't they?
They sure do, and that's they're giving us a bit of a pointing wave there. Merry Christmas, guys.
You can
Oh, the
hear all
colour.
beautiful jingles on those